Over 40 years of research has shown us that there are positive benefits for employees, both personally and professionally, whenever they're able to engage in a mentoring relationship within their jobs. We also know that for companies that have a mentoring system as part of their company culture, that they see the positive benefits for the organization as well, especially through employee retention and acquisition. But what happens now that we're in a world where there is much more hybrid work and remote work? How do we employ effective mentoring programs to still reap these benefits, both personally for the individual and the employee and collectively for the organization? What's great to know is that there are many positive benefits that are being found from remote and virtual mentoring programs. One is the fact that this opportunity actually reduces these opportunities we're feeling that there are different people in power by breaking that down, all on the same screen, on the same level, reducing all parties and voices to the same size on the screen. Additionally, we can see that it can reduce anxiety of in-person meetings, the hindrances of shared space and geography. Now you have the opportunity to be mentored by someone that could live anywhere in the world. And even within organizations where they have employees that speak different languages or individuals that may have certain disabilities, being able to have the opportunity for closed captioning, translation apps. There are many benefits that can be found from virtual mentoring. What are some of the key tips and strategies to make these relationships most effective? Well, the first we know is being able to build trust, being able to set expectations and to follow through on those, being able to take the chance to really get to know the person while also setting accurate boundaries. If we're doing this mentoring within people's homes, knowing that we may have more visibility into a mentor or mentee's life than we may have had in the work environment. So how do we set those appropriate boundaries to be able to feel like we're disclosing enough information and building true, genuine relationships, but also feeling like we can have a boundary between our personal and professional life? It's also important to clarify the boundaries and rules of engagement to have an effective mentoring relationship, because if it is all going to be virtual, we could be messaging at different times. Or is it the fact that we want to set certain boundaries of the time to communicate, just like we would do within the work environment? Are we comfortable with having communication after hours or having these meetings outside of the typical 9 to 5, depending on the job setting? It's also important to be intentional when forming that relationship, to take the time to get to know the person and to really hear about their values, their goals, what is important for them to be able to move up within the company, what do they want to be able to learn, to really have their voices being heard. That's something that would be important whether it was virtual or in person, but to make sure we're still honing in on those important mentoring roles. And of course, when possible, if we have the opportunity to collaborate, those are great ways to come together. Maybe there is an opportunity for a joint presentation for work or a project to be able to learn still from a hands-on situation, even though it is within a virtual environment. Be well.